Welcome back to the hang gliding files. Today's instructional video is going to be about understanding the widget. Well, the widget is the only software that we provide that you absolutely need to hang glide in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's a simple community folder add-on. You just download, unzip into your community folder after downloading, and that's it. It's ready to go. You launch the widget window or activate it by opening up the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 toolbar. On the toolbar, you should see a hang glider icon, and you just click it and the widget window will open. If you don't see the icon, it could be turned off, and here's how to check that. If you don't like the size of the window when it pops up, you can just adjust it. The window looks different based on your display settings. The widget comes with over 320 flying sites, but you don't have to use any of our flying sites. Once you have the widget installed, you don't even need to use it. You can just fly the hang gliders that are delivered as part of the software. One way to do that is use an airport launch and just tow up behind an airplane. Another one is to use a winch launch, and with a winch you're basically just towed up by a static wire, and you can use that from pretty much anywhere. And if you don't want to use either the winch or the tow launches, you can also just use the slew keys, and then that's the Y key, and that puts you into slew mode, and then you can just move your glider around and go anywhere that you want, and just place the glider somewhere in the environment that looks like you might want to fly there, undo the slew, and start flying. Completely up to you. Or you can use other teleportation tools, or the teleportation tool that's in the simulator. That's fine. They may or may not work, but feel free. Okay, we've shown that you could just wing it, but the real question is, where can I fly? And the normal use of the widget is to find flying sites and then teleport your current aircraft to that location. We need to teleport our gliders to known sites or launches. This is probably going to be anywhere but an airport. We do fly from airports, but not that often. The site you choose determines pretty much everything else. Every site is a little different. The database of flying sites comes predefined as part of the software. You can't modify the site information. To search for sites, you can go backwards and forwards through the list that is displayed, or you can do a search by typing in some text that matches anything in the name or description, country or state in any launch or landing area or setup area on a site. And what is a flying site? A flying site is anything that represented by just a general geological location, like say Lake Tahoe. And inside that site, we allow you to define or find many different launches, setup areas, or landing areas. A launch is any place that you can launch directly from. It's usually steep and windy. A setup area is any place that you can spawn to that's safe, and that's usually flat. And a landing area is almost any place that's just safe to land. Once you click on one of these launch landings or setup areas, you'll be teleported directly to that place. And that allows you to explore the world and fly from known great hang gliding sites. The next thing is an answer to the question that everybody asks me, and that is, where can I get the glider? Well, the glider, in fact, all of the basic standard gliders are installed and are part of the widget. We provide a standard version of all the categories of gliders inside the widget. And the reason that we do this is that, A, you get a free glider of every type, but also that when you fly in multiplayer and let's say you have a custom glider, other people will always be able to see you as a hang glider because it's part of the standard widget that everybody owns. Well, the next thing that the widget does is it provides all the ground handling software in the background that lets you move your glider around on the ground and in the air. So by sharing this common code in one place, which is the widget, you update automatically all the gliders that you own with all of the latest updated software by simply upgrading the widget. Another bit of software that's included in the widget is all of the computer code that runs the display and the function of the variometer. So everything that you see on this variometer is shared among all other gliders and is always included in the root widget software. So again, anything that we update to one variometer, we update to all the variometers because it's included in the widget software. So again, updating the widget updates your variometer in all your gliders. Well, another thing that we include inside the widget are a full set of weather presets, and this is a 60 plus predefined weather presets. You can use these to set global weather conditions. Whatever weather you choose will be the weather everywhere, no matter where you are or where you go, anywhere in the simulator. Now, not all of these weather scenarios are soarable, but they all are interesting. So something to note, we don't build weather to be site-specific or, in fact, that it's even soarable. It's basically defining multiple layer cloud configurations, up to 3 layers of different winds, different cloud types, individual cloud types. And you just choose these and they can be applied to any site, anywhere. And all you need to do once you've chosen a site using one of these presets is maybe change the wind direction so that it is more suitable for that site. I wouldn't change the wind speed or anything like that. I would just change the wind direction so that it becomes suitable for a particular launch. Now the temperatures and all the other things change based on the time of year that you are at and the time of day. So don't set those, don't change anything other than just the wind direction and use the site presets. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is just the other potential options that you can see inside the widget. And in the ground handling page, it basically shows you my configuration of how I've got certain events mapped to my controllers. And this is just an example of how you can configure yours. But at least it's there. You can look at it and see what events you need to map to controllers. Um, and a couple of the other pages are just for future. They just show some of the things that we're controlling with the software, like where the variometer is placed on the control bar, whether or not you show wheels or not. Um, and in the future, we're going to add things like keeping track of statistics and maybe even some competitions. Well, that's it. If you like it, what you've seen, like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next instructional video.